What if I told you that there's a sin that almost everyone commits and almost no one is talking about? That sin is gluttony. See, gluttony is the most nonchalant of the sins. Gluttony is a sin that we all know it exists, but we kind of just sweep it under the rug like it doesn't matter. In fact, I've never been to a church service where I hear the pastor talk about gluttony. I've been to plenty where the pastor is, don't have premarital sex, and if you do, you're going to hell. And that same pastor, right after preaching that, is handing out donuts to the entire congregation. He's going with his family to Mickey D's. He's getting the double cheeseburger with the cheesy fries. He's getting the soda on the side, and he acts like it doesn't matter. We all act like it's not a problem. The issue with that is, it is a problem. And there's statistical evidence that shows us that's the case. There's also biblical principles that tell us this. Choose to ignore them. So today I want to share those with you. And my first piece of evidence is this. 4 out of 10 Americans modern day are obese. 40% of Americans. That's some of the highest numbers we've seen in human history. Not American history, but human history. Obesity is leading to sedentary lifestyles, which is leading to comfort culture. And comfort culture is directly correlating to weak men. And to be honest, modern day, we have the weakest men we've ever had in America. It's a serious issue. On top of that, we have sugar addiction. And sugar addiction, it's just like gluttony. It's not taken seriously. It gets swept right under the rug. If you have an alcohol issue, your family reaches out to you, they tell you, listen, you need to stop drinking, you're gonna kill yourself. This is dangerous. This is a problem. If you have a drug issue, it's even worse. Like, dude, you need to go to rehab. You need to get this fixed because you are ruining your life, everyone else's life, and you're gonna kill yourself. But when it's a sugar addiction, it's like, dude, you're fat, you need to start working out. You need to lose a few pounds, bro. But we're never telling them, dude, you gotta stop. You are going to eat yourself to death. You are in a seriously dangerous spot. That's the reality. That's the reality that we just choose to ignore. See, sugar is one of the most addictive substances on the entire planet. Scientists did a study where they took rats, and they had rats in a cage that they had gotten addicted to sugar and cocaine. They put cocaine in the right corner of the cage, and they put sugar in the left corner of the cage. They let the rat go, and they see where the rat goes. More often than not, the rat went straight to the sugar and started chowing down. That doesn't directly relate to humans. We obviously can't do human studies on that, but it is scary to think about. I mean, these rats would rather choose sugar than cocaine. And yet again, it's just an addiction that we act like it doesn't matter. I want to highlight 2 Bible verses that I think really encapsulate this subject really well. The first is Proverbs 23:20 through 21. It says, do not join those who drink too much wine or gorge themselves on meat. For drunkards and gluttons become poor, and drowsiness clothes them in rags. I think that's a powerful verse. And I think that's one that we need to hear. The second one is this, 1 Corinthians 6:19 through 20. Do you not know your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit? Therefore, honor God with your bodies. I mean, the Bible makes it very clear to us in a multitude of different ways. But honestly, those 2 verses don't fully encapsulate the biblical context of gluttony. The bigger problem with gluttony is that you're making an idol that you're putting before God. You're making this idol that you're worshiping on the side. You're giving in. You're not in control of yourself. See, gluttony is so destructive because you lose control. And that makes you weak. It makes you powerless. I think that when we struggle with other sins, like lust specifically, everyone talks about lust. Everyone's saying, man, you got to stop with the doing this, and porn and hanging out with that girl is dangerous. And it's true. And lust it's really important to nail that down too. But to completely sweep gluttony under the rug like it's not equally as dangerous, it's foolishness. See, if gluttony rules your life, you're not going to be able to live out the purpose that God has set for you. I mean, imagine that. The reason that you miss out on all the gifts that God has bestowed upon you on this earth is because you eat yourself to death. It's because you can't control what you put in your mouth, what you're consuming. It's not good, man. It's a serious problem. So quickly, I want to share a few solutions with you. The first one is this: fasting. Fasting it's not just physical, it's spiritual. It's giving something up so that God can enter into your life. And it's one of the most important things biblically. It's talked about all throughout the Bible, and all the important biblical figures are doing it. And again, it's just any time that you're giving something up to honor God, it's a time where you're not putting your needs first, you're putting God first, and God's going to honor that. Another solution is intentional eating. And this one's going to be really good because it'll kill two birds with one stone. You're going to help your body, and you're going to help the rest of the world too. Because Americans, we waste more food than anyone else in the world. The third solution, self-discipline. This is the easiest way that you can practice self-discipline on a day-to-day basis. I mean, really, if you're just choosing not to eat certain things, in the moment you might think that it's a small decision, but that small decision is going to be a building block for the rest of your life. And that's a fact. Look, if you stuck with me this long, I know that you care a little bit about this topic. So I wanted to share with you, the next week, I'm going to be doing a challenge. No sugar all week. I'm going to make a video just spotlighting me throughout the week, day in the life type of video where you get to be on this journey with me. You get to see what happens on a day-to-day basis, how I'm feeling, what changes in my life, if anything changes, and if I give in and eat sugar or not. And I promise you when I say this, I will not sugarcoat anything. I'll be completely real with you guys. I'll tell you everything that I do. So tune in for the next video so you can see what happens in that journey. Thank you guys for watching. God bless. Have a great rest of your day, and just take it easy.